Imagine you are standing at a crowded airport terminal. You reach into your pocket to check your phone. You do not notice the person standing 5 feet away holding a small black device. They are not looking at you. They do not need to touch you. In less than 3 seconds, your digital wallet has been cloned. You walk to your gate feeling secure. Your phone is still in your hand, your credit cards are still in your physical wallet, but your financial identity is already traveling in the opposite direction. Hello, I'm Arlo. In this video, I will explain the sophisticated digital wallet scams that are currently bypassing standard security measures. We will look at how high-level fraud functions in the modern world. If you find this analysis helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into digital security. Most people believe their digital wallet is safer than a physical one. They trust the encryption. They trust the biometric locks. This confidence is exactly what professional scammers exploit. We are currently seeing a shift from simple phishing to complex systemic attacks. These methods do not target your password, they target the logic of the payment system itself. This is not about clicking a bad link, it is about how your devices communicate with the world around them. The most silent threat today is the token hijack. When you add a card to your phone, the system creates a digital token. This token represents your card without sharing the actual numbers. Most users think this is an absolute shield. However, scammers have found ways to intercept the handshake between your bank and the wallet app. They use a method called provisioning fraud. By using stolen personal data from old data breaches, they convince a bank that they are you. They link your card to their device before you even know your information was compromised. You do not see a charge, you do not get a text, you simply have a digital twin of your card living on a stranger's phone. Then there's the NFC relay attack. This is what happens in that airport scenario. Near-field communication is the technology that allows tap to pay. It is designed to work over very short distances, but scammers now use signal boosters and relay software. One person stands near you to wake up your phone's NFC chip. That signal is sent instantly over the internet to a second person. That second person is standing at a high-end retail store miles away. When the second person taps their device to a terminal, the terminal talks to your phone in your pocket. Your phone approves the transaction because it thinks it is at a legitimate checkout. The distance is irrelevant when the signal is moved through a digital tunnel. We also see the rise of malicious overlay attacks. This is a technical sleight of hand. You open your legitimate wallet app to pay for coffee. Everything looks normal, but a hidden piece of malware has placed an invisible layer over your screen. When you think you are tapping Approve for a $5 latte, you are actually clicking a hidden button. That button authorizes a secondary, much larger transfer in the background. Your eyes see the coffee transaction. Your phone executes the theft. This works because we have been trained to trust our screens. We assume that if the interface looks right, the action is right. Why do educated people fall for this? It is not a lack of intelligence, it is heuristic fatigue. We make hundreds of digital decisions every day. Our brains use shortcuts to save energy. We see a familiar logo and we relax. We see a biometric prompt and we comply. Scammers do not try to break the technology, they try to break your habit of caution. They know that once you are in a routine, you stop looking for anomalies. You become a passive participant in your own security. Most people misunderstand the nature of the risk. They think the danger is out there on the dark web. In reality, the danger is often in the palm of your hand. Your phone is a high-powered radio station that is constantly broadcasting. It is searching for signals and offering data. We have traded privacy for the convenience of not carrying plastic. We assume the system is closed. It is actually a conversation between dozens of different servers. Every point of contact is a potential point of failure. This creates a sense of optimism bias. We believe that because it hasn't happened yet, the system is working. But digital theft is often delayed. A token can be stolen today and used 6 months from now. The goal is not always an immediate drain of your account. Often the goal is shadow access. This allows the scammer to wait for a high balance moment. They watch your habits, they learn when you travel, they strike when you are least likely to check your banking app. The evolution of these scams has moved into the realm of agentic AI. This is a shift from manual fraud to automated systems that can think. In the past, a scammer had to manually interact with a victim. Now they use AI agents to conduct social engineering at scale. These bots can simulate a customer support representative with perfect accuracy. They do not sound like a recording. They do not have the typical grammar errors we were taught to look for. They call you from a spoofed number that matches your bank. They mention a specific transaction you actually made. They build a wall of credibility before they ever ask for a verification code. The psychological trap here is the authority heuristic. When a voice on the phone knows your name and your last 3 purchases, your brain flags them as a trusted entity. You stop being a skeptic and start being a collaborator. The AI agent tells you there is a security breach on your digital wallet. It tells you that to protect your funds, you must move them to a secure temporary vault. This is a logical reframing. You think you are moving money to safety. In reality, you are authorizing a one-way transfer to a laundered crypto wallet. We are also seeing QR code tampering become a major vector for wallet takeover. This is known as phishing. In public places like parking meters or outdoor cafes, scammers place stickers over legitimate QR codes. When you scan to pay, you are not sent to the official payment portal. You are sent to a perfect clone. The clone asks you to relink your digital wallet because of a system update. The moment you relink, you are actually handing over the session token for your entire wallet. This bypasses two-factor authentication because you have already provided the primary access in what you thought was a routine transaction. A deeper, more technical risk is SIM swap 2.0. Most people know about SIM swapping, where a thief takes over your phone number. But the new version involves eSIM ghosting. Scammers use social engineering to convince a mobile carrier to activate a second eSIM on your account. Your phone continues to work, so you do not realize anything is wrong. However, the second eSIM receives all your security codes. This is the man in the middle of the physical world. They don't need to steal your phone, they just need to share your identity. This leads to a fundamental misunderstanding of biometric security. We are told that our face or fingerprint is the ultimate key. This is true for the device, but it is not true for the cloud. If a scammer can gain access to your cloud backup, they can often find the metadata of your wallet. They use synthetic identities to rebuild your profile on a different platform. They don't need your actual fingerprint if they can convince the system that the biometric check has already been passed on a trusted device. They exploit the gaps between how Apple, Google, and your bank talk to each other. The logical takeaway is to move from a trust but verify model to a zero-trust model. Most people treat their digital wallet like a pocket. You should treat it like a secure terminal. This means disabling express transit features that allow payments without unlocking the phone. It means using a dedicated email address for financial services that is not tied to your social media. It involves the mental model of isolation. You must assume that if your phone is active, it is vulnerable. You should also implement hard limits on your digital cards. Most wallet apps allow you to set a per-transaction limit that is lower than your bank's limit. If you rarely spend more than $50 via your phone, set it to $60. This forces a hard stop on automated drain attacks. It turns a potential total loss into a manageable incident. You are using the system's own logic to create a firewall that no AI agent can talk its way past. The feeling of discomfort you may have now is a tool. It is the end of convenience blindness. We have been sold a vision of a frictionless world, but friction is what provides security. Every time you have to type a code or wait for a confirmation, you are winning. The goal of the scammer is to make the theft as frictionless as the purchase. By reintroducing intentional friction into your digital life, you move out of the category of easy target. Security is not a product you buy,
It is a state of mind you maintain. The technology will continue to advance, and the scams will advance with it. But the fundamental psychology of the con remains the same. It relies on speed, trust, and the bypass of critical thinking. If you slow down the process, you break the scammer's momentum. You take back control of the digital signals you send into the world. You move from being a passive user to an active defender of your own financial sovereignty.